Hello there, my name is Cadet Adams with Juliet High School's MJHS MCJROTC, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this sleeve look like this one. Okay, this is an old sleeve from yesterday's inspection. So far, my sleeves have passed every inspection. People have been wondering how I get them so good. So, this is the video for you. I learned in person. I was a visual learner. So first you're gonna iron your blouse. That's literally what you're gonna do. You're gonna iron your blouse first. Then your sleeves. What you're gonna need is an iron. You need to read the instructions, and you need to know what setting to put it on. This blouse is 100% cotton, so you need to follow it. You need to have water in it so you can steam it. I do not use starch personally, but if you want to use starch, then you can if you know how to use starch. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is don't ever set your iron like this on your uniform. Always set it like this. What I'm gonna do is give me a second. I'm going to plug in my iron and let it heat up. If you have the same exact iron I do, you put it on the second seat. Well, I do it a little bit different. You turn the heat on 4. And now let it heat up. And while I do that, I'm going to talk about my blouse. Okay, as you can see, I have it laying. So you take your blouse and you hold it out like this. You can button it or you can not button it. I prefer to button it, so I'm going to button it really fast. Take your rank insignia off, please. Like, I know that's common sense. Take your rank insignia off before you iron your blouse. Yeah. I'm an Illinois cadet, so this is my first year doing this. So I obviously don't have very much experience. So if you don't want to learn from me, then you don't have to. But for the people that know me in real life, you know how good my sleeves are. So, all right, button it. Make sure every button is buttoned. Now, take your blouse, hold it like this, and well, obviously, normally you'd have both sleeves. Lay it down flat, with this facing, with your blouse facing the bottom. Now, you're going to take this, you're going to hold it like this, and you're going to flip it over until you can see your pocket and where it says MCJROTC. Okay? Very good. Now, you're going to see that it folds over right here. You have like a little isosceles triangle. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. Your sleeves are going to be ironed, creased. Great. Now you're going to take... Here, I need to scoop this over. Please don't fall. Thank you. Alright, so now I'm going to take my sleeve. I'm going to pinch it like this. I'm going to fold it over. And you can fold it however far you want. You pull this out to flatten it. You can fold this however far you want. I personally, because with my arm size, my arms are 2 slightly different sizes, but this is for my left arm. So, fold it over, and I do about 3 fingers. So, you have it like this. It's going to take you a couple tries to get your sleeves perfect, okay? It's okay. Take it. You hold it, and you grab this. Put your finger in the sleeve, and you hold this part down. If you let go of this part, your sleeve will unroll and you have to start all over again. It's the most annoying thing ever. You hold it and you roll. And personally, I like to roll until, so you can feel if you're still holding onto this fold, it's going to fold with the sleeve and you're going to have this fold still there. I personally like to find where the first little seam is and where it ends, because it just ends in a spot and it's not as hard, and that's generally how I get a good size for my sleeves. Now you're going to take it and you're going to flatten it out and you're going to keep holding it down and flatten this thing out, get it nice and even, and this is what it's going to look like so far. Okay? This is how much mine is, and the way you check, the rule of thumb, this does not mean the exact thing. If you want to, you can whip a ruler out and you can measure each time. You put your hand on it, and it should be 4 fingers or a whole hand. It depends on how big your hands are. Mine is generally a whole hand, 4 fingers, somewhere in between there. Okay, now, a good tip if you're a beginner. I don't do this anymore because I've rolled my sleeves like 5 times, and yeah. take it, fold it over, and it gives you a good idea of how you're going to do it. Also, another thing, before you roll it, you can button this button. If you didn't button the button, it's okay. What I do now, my iron is good and ready, and I have my nice crisp sleeve the way I want it. Make sure it's flat. Literally, if you spend 30 minutes on one cuff, it's okay. Alright? Just keep messing with it. Make sure it's nice and even, perfect lines. You can just mess with it all day, okay? Take your iron and just run it on there. And press the steam button and steam it. And get it to stay on there, alright? Now, take it, fold it over, give it a good do not iron on the side. Like, don't iron on the side because if you button it, you will iron over your button, and I don't want you to like have melted plastic on your iron. So now what you're gonna do, take it, hold it down, hold this little fold down, and you flip. Okay? Just do it just like I am. And slow. I grab it with my entire fist, and you just slowly roll like this. You can do it like you're rolling an actual sleeve, like how you roll a sleeve. It doesn't matter. Now, what I do is I just like pull, make sure it gets nice and flat. I know that some people have really bulky sleeves, and it'd probably be better if I was helping you in person. But you can do it with me, you can do it, you can watch me do it, and then do it. But I like to pull it, hold this down. If this comes undone, you will have to start over. Alright? Pull it, make sure it's good and straight. I like to push down on it and see if it comes back up. Make sure you don't have any like weird funky creases. Like if you have a weird wrinkle that looks like this in it, don't iron that into your sleeve. Okay? Now, your sleeve, well, I'll get to that whenever I have to. And, check the other side, make sure it's good and nice, crisp. Just take the size, flip it over, take your iron, put it on there, steam it. Flip it over, steam it. You do not steam it until you don't steam the other side until about the second roll. Don't do that. I actually had really good sleeves even without an iron. If you don't have an iron, just use like a hard surface. I used a really heavy candle, and like it was like, yeah. But you really do need an iron. Alright? Now you're gonna take it, hold it down, grab it like a fist, start turning it, and then grab it like a fist, and get that good roll. Now, whenever you're rolling your sleeves, if you don't get the exact amount that you had it rolled, like if this part, like this is where my other part was rolled under, if you don't get that like matched, your sleeves are gonna be so wonky and like all out of whack. You want to keep it even the entire time. Really. Here. Now, see, this looks like all gooned up and messed up and weird. It's not. You just gotta keep flattening out. I'm just tucking stuff into that fold, that roll that you do not let go of, and that I yell at you for, and you just kind of straighten it out, make it look nice and good. You know, take your time with it. Sometimes my sleeves take me a whole hour because I mess up and I start over, and I don't stop until my sleeves are perfect. So just keep tucking, keep making sure it's flat, keep making sure it's the right size, push some in if you have to, like get that all good, get yourself squared away. Alright? Also, well, I'll get to that whenever I get to that. Let's see. Now look where your pocket is to think about how many more rolls you're gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to do 2, but I'll get to it whenever I get to it. So get your sleeves nice and, you know, crisp. Don't slap it like that, like I just did. Okay. Take your iron and then don't get frustrated if you can't get some things to lay flat. Like this one just wants to bend over. Can't stop it. I've tried so many times. Just gonna iron it and steam it. Steam button is stuck. You are gonna just iron it, steam it, get it nice and good. I like to iron mine multiple times. I just gotta keep it good, gotta keep it crisp, you know. So keep checking that they're the right size. If they exceed the size of your hand, there's most likely something wrong. If you want to, Pull a ruler out. Smack it on there. I don't have a ruler. Pull a ruler out. Smack it on there. Check to see if it is 3 to 4 inches. That is our regulation. Now, another one. Start flipping. You see how crisp those are and how flat they are? That's what they should look like. They are nice and flat. If yours start to get all like bumpy and crumply, you did something wrong along the way. Like whenever you're folding, make sure like it's nice and smooth. Like I can run my hand in here. It's nice and smooth. I can just do this all day. It's good and smooth. Now, gonna take it, make sure everything is squared away. Hold it, start the roll, and grab it with the fist. And you're just gonna keep doing this. Now, if you're decided that you're gonna stop watching because you think you know how to do this, you don't. This is where it gets a little tricky. It's different for other people, but I'm going to cover both, even though that one of them doesn't apply to me. Yeah. And some blouses don't have this. It just depends on what brand your blouse is, what kind of blouse you have. But even if, how many rolls is this? I think there's about 4 rolls. I have to do 5. Cuffs. 5 cuffs. I generally have to do 5 cuffs. Once your sleeves are good and flat, go ahead and iron them. Now this is, get them good. Don't do that. See, it starts falling for 1, and for 2, burn your foot off or something. I don't know. Alright, and remember, continue to fold over and check. Alright, so I'm going to let this cool off, and while they're cooling off, I'm going to talk about something. Some people have different length arms. Some people's arms are all the way out here. Some people's arms are all the way out here, okay? I don't care if you have T-Rex arms or if you have pterodactyl arms, okay? It will be a little bit different. Some people have to roll their sleeves shorter than others. Whenever I get to my sleeves, they have this, you can see this triangle, or not this rectangle, or square, if you will. This is how most people's will look. If you have shorter arms, you won't have to roll it as much. But remember, it does have to be 2 to 4 inches above it. I believe it's 2 inches above your elbow. You're gonna have to roll them high. And I'm pretty sure there's no such thing as too high. I mean, if you're completely engulfing your pocket, there's something seriously wrong. So if you look at your pocket right now, your sleeve pocket, I only have the corner covering it. It will be like that for some people. Some people will only have the very corner of their pocket covered. Now, some people on this next cuff, you will, this is what I am for looking at. I look at our Sergeant Major sleeves. Obviously, he's been doing this for like more than 25 years. He knows what he's doing. And I look at his sleeves, and he has this little triangle. And that's where I based my sleeves off of. I like looked at his sleeves, and I was like, he has that little triangle. I'm going to go for that. Now, whenever you can go ahead. Also, another tip that I forgot to mention, as you're cuffing, stick your arm in and see if your arm isn't going to fit. Because if your arm can't get past this, there's something seriously wrong. Like, your arms are going to turn purple, and you're going to be calling your mom or your dad or me, mom, or papa, whoever. You're going to be like, my arm's turned blue, and it's stuck, okay? You don't want that to happen. So now, you can see it kind of looks crunchy. I call it crunchy. It looks poofy, it looks puffy. You don't want that. This is where I just pretend I'm performing CPR. Please don't break your iron. Right. Not to get distracted. Sleeve. You're gonna take it. You're just gonna steam the life out of the thing. Continuously check to make sure you have no wrinkles. You want that perfect little flat, little crisp, little crunchy, little rectangle, whatever you want to call it. You want perfection. Okay, this is a matter of personal pride to our MCJROTC cadets. This is a matter of personal pride. You have not earned the right to wear this uniform. You are given permission. You are permitted to wear this uniform. What is the term for it? You are allowed to. Okay, so you don't want to goon it up. You don't want to disrespect the uniform. See? So, I got that one good and done. See? This triangle here, you can't really see it, but it's right here, and it's a seam, and I call it the little triangle. I call it the golden triangle. I always just, like, whenever I find that, I know it's great. I know, perfect. Also, remember to continuously check sizes. I don't know why I didn't do that. I've done this so many times. It's like muscle memory. Also, your pocket, whenever you roll it up to here, it's going to be tucked under. You can leave it untucked, or you can leave it tucked in. I prefer to have it tucked in because it looks cleaner that way. I just messed that up. It looks cleaner that way. Now, you can take it. Get it good and done! Alright? Now, wait for it to cool off. Slightly burns. Hold it like this. Make sure it's good and crisp. And then I take my iron. Don't burn yourself. And just I apply force to it because I know that I'm not going to break my if I did that too hard on my iron, I would break it. And I don't want to break it, so I use my hand instead. Wait for this to cool down. Okay, sorry, I was just checking something. Alright, now that the sides cool off. Don't do that, please. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I was talking to my other sleeve. Take it. Take it. I am most uncoordinated with this hand. Yeah. There you go. That is my guide. That is my guide to sleeves. They're good and flat. They look like this. No wrinkles. They are great. I will try them on in a second. Compared to my other sleeve, this is a relatively old sleeve, but even unironed recently, still looks pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. Not as good as this one that I just did. Now, your blouse. It's gonna look a little weird. Like it's gonna look awkward over here. Like this looks awkward, but it's not. All right, take your blouse, unbutton it, and I suggest trying on one sleeve at a time because sometimes you will get stuck. Ow! You will get stuck in your sleeve. So now, take your sleeve and put your arm through. Make sure that you're. Wait a minute, that's not right. Your arm through and make sure that you're wearing the blouse right. Don't do what I just did. I just messed up. I just gooned up my whole sleeve. Don't do what I just did. Don't try and put it on like that. Put it on. Slowly ease your sleeve on. Ease your sleeve onto your arm. I already know I'm going to get stuck in this. I will show you how to loosen it in just a moment. I'm gooned up my sleeves. Don't do what I just did. That was a horrible example, but it's alright. Alright, now I'm going to slip in the other one. I know I can get the other one off. Really nice and good. Slip into it. Put your arm through. Alright, now do this. Do some flexing. Do some flex, flex, flex. Now check. Is it high enough? These are not even. This is very annoying. They are not even. Yes, they are. I'm looking at this one. Would probably look better if it was ironed more. This one looks great. My pocket is just not tucked in correctly. Yes, there you go. This is my guide on how to roll your sleeves. Tuck your pocket in. You get that ideal triangle on there. And boom, you're good to go. You're all squared away for your inspection. These sleeves should give you an ideal pass. The person who taught me to do my sleeves is actually an LE too, so it wasn't someone who's super experienced, but yeah. That's how you do your sleeves. Now take them off. Also, you want to be able to fit 2 fingers under there. Yeah. I'm going to show you how to loosen them for some. I'm just gonna undo the sleeve completely. Well, here, let me get it off first. You grab it like this and pull, so you don't undo your sleeve. I like to grab by the fold to make sure I don't undo my fold. And if you really do get stuck, do this. Reach all the way back and tug on your sleeve lightly. See? Alright, I'm going to show you how to loosen your sleeves. So this is my other sleeve that is kind of old. You find the fold and you lightly pull. See how I'm lightly pulling? I'm not just pulling it right out. I'm not just, that is also how you unroll. So you just pull the thing out and roll. Alright? So, that is my guide to roll your sleeves. If you have any questions, let me know. Sorry it's so long. This is your ideal Marine Corps JROTC sleeve. Alright? Thanks for watching. Bye.